So this is the Temple Challenge Cup, which is a race for University 8s. And on the Berkshire station in red, they're easy to spot. It's Delftsche Studenten Roeivereeniging Laga. And they are the crew in red at the top of our picture. And then on this right-hand side, the Buckinghamshire station, it's the University of Bristol. I commentated on Bristol yesterday. I thought they rode really well to beat another Dutch crew, Newald, and Laga, though, might just have a bit too much for them.
Yeah, still in the very early stages of this race, but what a start there over on the Berkshire station from Laga from the Netherlands. They're pretty familiar faces here at Henley Royal Regatta. We see a great show up from the Dutch. Record international entries this year, Crossy, almost 200 entries from the global crews. The highest entries coming from the US, but always a strong interest from the Dutch boats. But here we can see that the crew from Laga have stretched out that lead over the University of Bristol.
Yeah, this Laga crew is a really strong, really technically precise crew. And Bristol, they've done really well, but you can see the distance that Laga have put on them. They're still trucking Laga. They haven't wound it down at all, have they? Or, you know, just gone into a sort of steady paddle. They're still up sort of mid-30s.
It's funny because I think when you're out there, it feels a bit closer than it is sometimes. And I think staying in that rhythm in the 8 particularly, there can be some benefit in just swinging it along rather than having to really work it at that lower stroke rate. So they've got, what, 2 lengths on this crew, so they're going to be probably wanting to just make sure that they are comfortable, got a little buffer for any mishaps that might come, but certainly the conditions are flattening out. We wouldn't expect too many upsets here, but you never know.
Yeah, Bristol, they're kind of a bit miffed not to pre-qualify for this event, despite being the 3rd fastest domestic Temple crew, other than Brooks, this season. And yeah, I think we refer that maybe to the Stewards Committee, but they did win that race yesterday, but they've been kind of found out wanting for pace in the middle of the boat. Rhythm's okay, maybe a little more fluidity around the back turn, I think. They've kept at it and kept Laga really honest in the middle part of this race. Looking down the course, we've probably got something like 600-700 metres to go in this race.
Yeah, with 20 Henley Royal Regattas between them, this University of Bristol crew, as you say, would have been hoping to have pre-qualified and to have perhaps progress a little further through this regatta, but this crew from Laga from the Netherlands looking extremely strong.
A little look from Floor Stingman, the cox there. She looked back just to check where Bristol were. She's taking absolutely no chances, and this Laga crew raced at the Hollenbecker, and they finished really well in the crews there behind the Dutch 8 and defeated the under-23 German 8. So, you know, they've taken international scalps, this crew.
Yeah, they were too strong for Southampton yesterday. They led from the start and had a commanding lead and didn't get challenged at all during that race, so they were able to conserve a bit, no doubt, for this race today. It looks like they're going to be pretty comfortable out there in the lead, but University of Bristol really stepping it up here, Crossy. They know it's now or never. They can hear the roar from the stewards, still a big crowd, as you said, here, and people still desperately cheering on the hometown crew, but it's going to be, sorry, the home country crew rather, but still it is Laga from the Netherlands in the lead as they come down past the stewards enclosure.
Yeah, I thought University of Bristol were rowing really nicely around the back turn when we had that shot of them from the bows. A little better than I thought, but Laga have kind of eased it down now, and they will go on to race the winners of Brooks or University of London, which is a titanic clash coming up later on this evening. Don't go anywhere, stay for that race. Laga take this heat of the Temple Challenge Cup, and University of Bristol finished not far behind. A great effort from the West Country crew. There's confirmation. Laga from the Netherlands beat University of Bristol in the Temple Challenge Cup.